Hi everybody, I'm Philip Duncan and thank you for joining us for our first video of 2017 from our web studio. We're going to be using this studio off and on across the year, especially for tracking the big stuff, the live events, the cyclones, the thunderstorms, things like that. So let's get into it. Cyclone Debbie, now a severe Category 3 storm, and it's heading towards the Queensland coast right there. Check out that eye. I mean, this system has really developed over the last 24 to 36 hours. It's taken a little longer to deepen, but it has now reached Cat 3. It's likely to reach Cat 4, as we'll show you in a moment, as it heads in towards Queensland. New Zealand itself got its own low down here. That's bringing in a few heavy showers, but of course nothing like this big storm up here near Queensland. So as you can see, this is the latest map out of the Bureau of Meteorology, and it shows the tracking of Debbie and then as it tracks in towards. Now there's a big change here. They were forecasting a Cat 4, now we're seeing Cat 3 on here, so perhaps not looking quite as severe as it was looking yesterday, but still, this is a major system coming through. It's still a severe storm, and you can see the areas. These areas in orange on the map have got warnings, the others in gold, they've got watches. So basically everybody on this coastline, might be a little hard to see some of these place names, but we're really talking about Mackay, and we're going through Townsville up here, and Cairns and Port Douglas, which are further away and won't likely be affected in a severe way. So it's Townsville down towards the Whitsundays, Hamilton Island, that area, that's likely to see this big system as it moves on in. So we'll show you now. We can just go to the screen here and click on the video. We can animate this for you from our new web studio, and we can show you how it's going to look over the next couple of days. This is the current system here, 990 hectopascals and dropping as it slides in across Monday today and in towards Tuesday. Townsville's just there, and we're seeing Mackay just here. So this is coming right in north of these big islands, these popular tourist spots. So as it slides in here on Wednesday, this is where it makes landfall on Tuesday morning. That's Australian time, and then it moves inland very slowly and towards about midnight. That's where it's likely to be. So therefore Wednesday, we see those rain clouds starting to fall apart and clear spells coming back. The worst of the winds also starting to unwind, but it's going to take about 48 hours. Look now at the precipitation forecast. In other words, how much rain are we going to be seeing over the next 7 days? So this is a compilation of how much rain is falling. Take a look at this key on the side here, 250 millimeters, the top of the red chart there, and you're dropping down to sort of 35 millimeters, which is a fairly normal small amount. Look at what Debbie is doing. It is producing huge amounts of rain well off the chart. So we could be seeing maybe half a metre of rain, not a quarter. Huge amounts along that coastline all the way down south of Cairns to around about Brisbane. Now the other thing I wanted to show you was over towards New Zealand we've got a current low as well. That's not producing the same amounts of rain, although you can see in Fiordland a little bit of that red, but it is a rainforest, so that's kind of normal. So that's the rain that's falling, but how much of that is average compared to normal? So this is the next 7 days, and whether or not the amount of rain that's coming in is normal for this time of year or not. As you can see, very clear. The blue indicates wetter than average, the red drier. So much of Australia and a big chunk of New Zealand is around about average to drier than average. But when you take a look at that rain there, sliding down towards New Zealand as we head in towards the start of April. Now Debbie is not going to reach New Zealand as a cyclone, but the remnants, the leftovers of the storm, once it goes inland to Australia and perhaps comes back out again in about a week's time, might produce another low or some big downpours as we've been seeing around New Zealand since March, the start of March, those big heavy downpours. So there is a lot of rain coming in. The winds may not be quite as severe as we were thinking over the weekend, but this is going to be a significant Cat 3, maybe Cat 4, but Cat 3 cyclone as it moves in towards Australia. Now we're not going to be doing daily videos just yet. We're getting up and running. These are our new web videos. We'll try and bring them to you when it matters most. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll catch you again soon.